Good morning from Michigan. Thank you for joining News with Nana. I guess I missed it quite. Oh no, this was after I left. So, this came by. I didn't get to check this. I wasn't on the computer yesterday. So, we're calling this the Gateway Pundit on AZ. So, the Pundit reported last night at 7:45 p.m. Jordan Conradson wrote exclusive Maricopa County Supervisor Steve Chukri caught in leaked recording. The Maricopa County Machine Company a recount was pretty bullshit, by the way, is in quotes the audio. So, Gateway Pundit has obtained an exclusive audio recording of a meeting with the Maricopa County Supervisor Steve, I don't know how to say this, Chukri, and We the People AZ Alliance. Oh. And here it says, broken out this treason, holding our selected accountable, join the fight and keep informed and take action. Okay. All righty. That's very interesting. Okay, so going right along. Will Chukri stay silent when he knows exactly what happened? And here, breaking. This was on the 8th. Breaking AZ candidate for Secretary of State Mark Fincham. I call on Arizona to decertify and recall electors. We have a duty to act. 96,000 plus ghost votes. So this is, I'm guessing this is Mark Fincham, which has joined Wendy Rogers, and I know you've heard her name, calling for the decert of AZ. And Liz Harris was live on Bannon's War Room exposing results from canvassing efforts in Maricopa. And she will be, and this was, wow, this has taken a while. And I'm a little frustrated as to why it's taken so long. You hear the rumor mill milling all sorts of, and they've taken a deal and they're doing this. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And I am not a very strong, like physically strong person. So I can't throw heavy objects. So I don't trust him at all. Just saying. So it says on March 22nd, Steve Robinson and Shelby Bush met with Steve Chukri to push for Maricopa's cooperation with the full forensic investigation by Arizona Senate. These brave patriots have decided that it's time to release the tapes now that the audit report is in preparation and county officials will not stop lying. Again, like I said, don't trust not a nobody. Chukri was the only supervisor willing to meet with residents of Maricopa to discuss serious concerns, which he shared. Chukri seemed to agree with the majority of voters who are calling for the investigation. We the People Arizona Alliance is a citizen-led organization that has played an extreme role in pushing selected officials to act on concerns with a full forensic investigation. They are not connected to the Arizona Senate investigation. They are private, concerned citizens in the grassroots. And this is where it's all coming from, folks. Stand Up Michigan, that got that law appealed and taken off the books. It's all grassroots. And this we have to take back our country. And it's all going to be grassroots. It's all going to be every person, every individual like you and me and Jerry and Prime, Jennifer, David Rodriguez, Scott McKay, Mel K. It's going to be all of us that are listening and following and watching and saying enough is enough. When is enough to you? I mean, really seriously. Do you have children? Do you have elderly folks? Do you have family and friends who work in the healthcare industry, who work in the fast food industry. When is enough enough? When do you say, okay, I'm getting in the fight. Put me in, coach. Where do you need me? Okay. I'm not a sports person, but I use that one often because it resonates with my old man. Um, when is enough enough? I have grandchildren. This is no world I want to leave to them. This is no legacy I want to leave to them. I don't want to leave this to any child that's going to grow up in this kind of shit. When is enough enough, folks? And the only way to turn it around is they have to fix what happened last year. It's the only way to get the squatter in DC out. It's the only way. The truth has to come out. I mean, and for someone who won the popular vote, they don't allow him to take questions. I mean, I'll show you the next one on that. So they are grassroots. So Maricopa County Board of Supervisors Chairman Jack Sellers has close ties with China. Is this why he's fighting so hard against the investigation into Maricopa? Here's the audio transcript. Bush, that was my point too. Even if they do not have political aspirations beyond this and they are done, why allow this to now erase anything that you have accomplished? Chukri, right, exactly. I'm committed to the people. I want to take out Adrian Fontes too, and we did. I'm proud of that. That guy's a scumbag, so why do we stop? Why would we stop? Bush, I don't know what happened to your colleagues. Chukri, I don't either. Bush, I'm hoping that you can reel them back in if we can deliver to the masses a good message that we can turn this whole ship around. The ship is sinking, mother effers. Robinson, and if not, at least my conscience is clear that we tried. Chukri, right. I mean, you're surprised about that, as I am, because remember what I said to Senator Fan, remember, and ask her this, and remember what I said to Michelle Ojeni. This isn't going to be a problem. My guys are going to agree with me. Bush, yeah, you told us that when we met with Giuliani. Chukri said, and I said to Fan, hey, just as a good measure, where you call everybody and saying, hey, you know, you're supportive of an investigation, and that would be great, including Gallardo, when she did. Never in a million years. You know what I think it was. In hindsight, Gates got scared because he barely won, and Jack got scared because he only won by 200 votes. And then there was an investigation and recount, which was pretty bullshit, by the way. What would happen in those two races? And that is way too self-serving. Scumbag Adrian Fontes was the Maricopa County recorder during the 2020 process. Chukri also met with Rudy Giuliani, Colonel Phil Waldron, Shelby Bush, and Steve Robinson in December. In another recording, Chukri said, I like Colonel Waldron. I don't think he's a crazy nut job. That guy's pretty sharp, very sharp. He's not a bad actor. Steve Chukri knew that when the investigation was not up to shape, and that this process had serious issues. He also states that his colleagues could be opposing an investigation in order to stay in office. He is in derelict of his duties to the people. Why does Steve not speak up about this corruption? What would compel him to vote contrary to his conscience? What is compelling the other supervisors? Steve needs to do what is right. He needs to come clean and tell the truth. Oh, here's the video.
Yes.
Have political aspirations beyond this and beyond. Why allow this to now
Right. Exactly.
have accomplished?
People only focus on that. I got Adrian Fontes too, and we did. I'm proud of that. That guy's a scumbag. And so
That sounds almost like a high school lunch table. I can't even. I'm not even gonna waste my time letting you listen to all of it. It's just ridiculously. I mean, these people are busted. Let's go to, oh, hey, Megadeth Rocker tells audience we have the power to push back against tyranny. Let's go to the video. Dave Mustaine of Megadeth is calling out medical tyranny in concert on Wednesday. Excerpted from this video with performances of Peace, Cells, and Holy Wars. I'm sorry, I've never been a heavy metal kind of dude, chick, whatever. Yeah, that squatter in DC, SloppyJoe on Monday traveled to New York where he will be addressing the UN on Tuesday. SloppyJoe is expected to speak on U.S. relations with China and Afghanistan. Oh, because, yeah. Bloomberg quick take. Look, SloppyJoe arrives in New York for the UNGA, where he is expected to speak on U.S. relations with China and the end of the 20-year war in Afghanistan. He didn't fall. Good job. Good job. His PT must be proud. You know they got that old man doing all sorts of physical therapy, occupational therapy. So, keep that in the background. That's noisy. SloppyJoe met with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres as part of the United Nations General Assembly Monday evening. Reporters tried to ask SloppyJoe questions after his meeting with Guterres concluded. SloppyJoe refused to answer questions about the border crisis as he created. Oh, hold on, let me reread that. So SloppyJoe refused to answer questions about the border crisis he created as his handlers should array reporters. Oh, let's just.
Thank you, guys. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Come on, guys. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Come on, let's go.
You know, if Mr. T would have done something like that, if like Kayleigh McEnany or whoever his people were that helped him, they'd have had a hissy shit fit. Why aren't you answering questions? Why aren't you answering questions? But hey, oh, and here is our whistleblower, Jody O'Malley, who works for the Health and Human Services, went public with recordings revealing the truth about the bug. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Good job. I'm glad they put it up. Wish I had a website I could put it up. Oh, in LA County in California, health officials say that the maskless Emmys did not violate mask mandate because exemptions were made for like Hollywood actors, rules for thee and not for me. Talk about your elitist. If they're not rubbing this shit in your face, if you have not watched what is going on around you, you are fucking blind. In my opinion, you are absolutely oblivious. Look at all these people, but your kid on a school bus with maybe a quarter of the amount of people has to have a covering on their face while on the bus. Your kid can't be in a building, in a classroom with an eighth of these people, at least in Washtenaw County, without a covering. But these people can go without. I'm sorry, the science. Please try to tell me that they've all done the hokey pokey so I can smack you upside the head. You really? Okay. On that note, I am going to call it quits and say this is it for me until this afternoon or maybe this evening. I wish you well. Thank you for joining me. News with Nana today, Tuesday, September 21st. I just can't with these people. Just remember what you see here, what Cardi B is going through. Look at Rose McGowan. And I want you to Mel Gibson. Oh my God, who else is there? You guys really need to, you really need to take off the rose-colored glasses, remove the blinders, and take your earplugs out and start listening. Knowledge is power. These people, they, their knowledge is they know how to manipulate. Okay? Take that away. Do not give them that power anymore. Knowledge is power. They want you stupid, afraid, and alone, watching the television. Be kind to each other. You don't know what's going on in someone's house. And a smile goes a long way. Okay? People have been cooped up and trapped in their homes for months. They haven't seen an actual person and interacted, so sometimes we forget. So let's be kind. Okay? And just remember that united we stand, divided we fall. This is about division. They don't want unity because if we unite, we outnumber them. Time to grow a pair, whether you're a man or a woman. You got cojones. If you're a chick, they're just inside. All right, guys. God bless. Thank you and have a good day.